could be used to great effect.
But others, like California Republican Duncan Hunter, say that it is about time. Congressman Hunter, thank you very much. You're a member of the Armed Services Committee on the House side. You saw that was a Senate hearing, a rather combative hearing, where the Defense Secretary and the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs were on the spot yesterday. Why do you disagree with John McCain on his criticism of the American withdrawal or stand down?
Well, because I agree with the president so far on what he's done and on his timing, on how he's gone in with a large coalition, and basically on what we're doing right now, I think is the right thing to do, because as you just heard with your last guest, we're involved in two wars right now. You have Iraq and Afghanistan. This has been a heavy burden for our U.S. military since 2001. It's time to make NATO, even though we have the lion's share of NATO, it's time to make the other countries step up. It's in their best interest. It's in their part of the world, and it's time to have them step up and do their role, because they didn't help out a lot in Iraq at all, and most of them aren't helping out that much in Afghanistan. As you know, even though it's a big coalition effort, we are doing the lion's share there. So I think it is time for us to step back a little bit and let NATO step up. We've done a whole lot for them, but our plate is full.
So you're saying don't arm the rebels?
Yeah, I don't think that we should arm the rebels. You know, we see time and time again, we make decisions based on what happens immediately without any foresight, and what happens is the guys who we arm could come back and be the guys shooting at our military at some point in the next decade, kind of like what happened in Afghanistan. I don't think that we should arm the rebels, no.
Do you agree with the NATO Secretary General Rasmussen, who says that, in fact, the UN mandate precludes arming the rebels? Because, as you know, the administration interprets the UN resolution differently to permit it if the president were to decide.
And if it saves lives and if it prevents a humanitarian disaster, I don't think that the president is on legally stable ground when he says that the UN resolution allows us to arm the rebels. I agree with the general, disagree with the president on this. You know, it gets to be a slippery slope, and if you hand this over to the CIA as well, you could say that the CIA kind of failed us in Libya. They were there until about a month ago in Tripoli. They didn't see any of this coming. They didn't pick out the bad actors and good actors prior to this. That's why he had to have that special written permission for them now to go see who are the rebels exactly. We should have known that. The CIA should have known that. They should have had this laid out, and they should have seen this coming. They didn't do that very well in Egypt either. So to hand over to the CIA to let them pick and choose who we're going to give weapons to now, I think that we've seen with Afghanistan that that's not always the right thing to do.
Congressman Duncan Hunter, thank you very much.
Hey,
Thanks for joining us today. And up next, budget battle. If the government shuts down, who's going to be